What's up, YouTube? Not so Fiend Fairy back today doing another deck profile because for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because Vanguard hasn't really updated much, and so yeah. And I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I really like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. So I'm gonna start this deck profile kind of in my extra deck a bit, just because a lot of like these cards in my main deck sort of tutor to my the extra deck. So I'm just gonna start off with these. Do it a little differently. So my extra deck, we have Lunalight Cat Dancer 3. Its effect is, it can't be destroyed by battle. Once returned during your main phase 1, you contribute another Lunalight monster, and for this turn, the first time each monster your opponent controls will be destroyed by battle, it's not destroyed. However, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice, during that turn. Also, when it attacks, you deal 100 burn damage to your opponent. The 100 doesn't really matter. But yeah, so basically this thing can attack multiple times, dishing out a ton of battle damage. It is insane. Then we have 3 Lunalight Panther Dancer. It is Lunalight Cat Dancer plus 1 other Lunalight monster. So it can be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is really, really good. And once returned during the main phase, you can just activate the effect, whatever. It can attack the first time. It has the whole, your opponent's monsters aren't destroyed by battle the first time. They won't be destroyed by battle the first time. And it can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice. And when it ever destroys the opponent's monster in battle, it gains 200 attack at the end of the battle phase. 200 attack is nice, but it's not really, you're doing it more for attacking you multiple times. And then if you really need to go into this, you can go into Leo Dancer, which is their ultimate card. 3500 attack, so it's really, really strong. Panther Dancer plus 2 Lunalight monsters. So it can be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is really, really nice. It's not a full-on towers thing, but it's in that realm. It can also attack twice. Not monsters, just attack twice. Oh, you have nothing? I'll attack you for 7,000? Yo, it is nuts. And once returned at the end of the damage step, if it attacked a monster, you can just destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. It is so strong, gosh. And then the other cards are actually like Lightning, Dark Rebellion, Hope, Utopia, or Hope, 101, Castellan, Cowboy. Pretty standard. Just some overall good rank 4s. We really don't XCs much in this deck, but they're there if you need them. So yeah, basically the core of this deck is you're attacking with your fusions multiple times to deal massive battle damage. Just that way we can because a lot of these cards kind of support that. So starting off with our main deck, we have 3 Lunalight Wolf. Its pendulum effect is you can only special summon Lunalights, but we only have the only other Lunalight we have in the deck that's pendulum summonable is Maxi, and you're not gonna be summoning Maxi. Pro tip there, guys. Its other effect though is it's a Miracle Fusion. So the fact that you kind of have to invest quite a bit into Leo Dancer is irrelevant. You're just gonna probably use this to summon it, and even Panther Dancer too, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty good. If you can also just go +1 with it too. Banish 2 from your grave, and bam. And then its monster effect is if a Lunalight monster you control attacks a defense position monster, you inflict piercing damage. That can sometimes be nice too, because your monsters are attacking you multiple times, and if your opponent has in defense mode, you can get around that. 3 Crimson Fox. If it's sent to the grave by a card effect, so either through this effect or polymerization counts too. For some reason, I don't know why. That's just how Dev Pro and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro have it. You can target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0, which is really, really good. Just because that's essentially 2 free direct attacks. And then when it's in the grave, if something you control, if Lunalight will be targeted, you can banish it from the grave and then gain it. Negate the activation, and then you and your opponent both get 1,000. But the 1,000 is hard. I don't think it's ever been relevant. It's 1,000, and you're most of the time you're going to be protecting your Lunalight, so it's well worth giving your opponent 1,000 life points. Then we have Blue Cat. Blue Cat's effect, if it's special summon, you can make a Lunalight you control its attack become double its original attack, so that makes it even more deadly. And if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a Lunalight from your deck, so if you need this, if you need Wolf for the piercing, that's how you're generally going to do it. Then we have our other pendulum scale, Lunalight Tiger. Once per turn, its pendulum effect is you can bring back a Lunalight from your grave. It can attack, it's effect negated, and it's during the end phase, but you're either going to bring back Blue Cat to proc its effect, or you're going to bring back something that has food for Cat Dancer. So it's kind of, you know. Or you can bring back food to fuse with. So there's that too. And then if the monster effect is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target Lunalight in your grave and special summon it. And the cool thing about that is the effect's still there. So, you know, you can just, whatever. It still keeps the effect. 3, Purple Butterfly. You can send it from your hand to the grave and give a Lunalight 1,000 attack, which is, I mean, it's a -1, but you're essentially dealing your opponent an extra 2,000 battle damage, essentially, so, ideally. So, you know, I think that's well worth it. I mean, that's a 4 for their life points. And I mean, sometimes that can, actually a lot of times that can just make a huge difference. And also, it helps you get over things like Chaos Max if you need to, because like, you know, let's get with things like Chaos Max with whatchamacallit, with Leo Dancer if you need to, just because that's how the deck's gonna do it for the most part. Or yeah, that's how the deck's gonna do it. Oh, and then its other effect is you can banish it from the grave to special summon a Lunalight from your hand. So that's so you can special summon Blue Cat, drop Blue Cat's effect. So yeah, that's your discard is mainly here to help you get over the oh, I'm not target, I can't be target, like, you have to beat me in battle. That's it. 3 White Rabbit. When it's normal summon, you can bring back a Lunalight from your grave in defense mode, which is really nice. So basically, it's kind of like a +1, and you know, you bring back whatchamacallit, you can bring back Blue Cat, use Blue Cat's effect, which is really, really nice. And also you get food for, you know, for Cat Dancer. Also, it has its own skill too as well. Like, skill, oh my gosh, I'm playing so much Vanguard. Not really, but you know, you can target spell slash trap cards on your opponent's field up to the number of other Lunalights you control and bounce them to your hand. So if you want to, because you want to OTK with this deck, so any back rows your opponent has, you can just put them all back in their hand. I mean, yeah, they keep them, but you know, you don't have to deal with them. That's the main thing. You don't have to deal with them. 2 Maxi, because it's Maxi. 3 Black Sheep. Black Sheep, you can discard it to activate one of 2 effects. Either A, you can get a polymerization from your deck to your hand, or B, you can add a Lunalight from your grave to your hand, except another copy of itself. It's just, you know, it helps you search out your polys, helps you search out your fusion and stuff. And I mean, if you need something in your grave that you really, really need, you can just get it back. You can use Purple Butterfly's effect, send it to the grave, give you something 1,000. Use this card's effect and bring Purple Butterfly right on back to your hand, you know, if you need it again. Although Purple Butterfly is once per turn, but you know, if you need it for some reason, like you feel like you're going to need it again, you can do it. And then also, as an added bonus, if it's used, it's next to the graveyard as a fusion material for a fusion summon, you can add you can add a face-up Pendulum Lunalight monster from your extra deck to your hand, or Lunalight monster from graveyard except a copy of itself. So, you know, you have a lot of, you can bring back things that you need. It's pretty useful. 2 Valor because it's Valor, Raigeki because it's Raigeki, Poly because this is a fusion-based deck. This is the odd one that people are like, what? Oh man, this is so old. Riroku. This card came out, this card debuted in Duelist Kingdom, and I think this is actually the perfect deck for it. If only it had the Duelist Kingdom effect where you have your opponent's life points. Gosh. So you target 2 face-up monsters in the field, have the attack of 1 monster, and add the lost attack to the other monster, and that's the end phase. So if you have an opponent, if your opponent has like a huge monster that, like, I'm trying to think like a big monster that's summonable, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, whatever, let's say. You can use the effect, have its attack points, and add it to one of your Lunalights, and then let's say your opponent has other monsters in the field too. The attack points you stole, like, your monster keeps it to the end phase, so you can use those. So normally it's like, oh, you just get to run over, but like this, no, you get to deal massive battle damage because you're attacking everything your opponent controls. So it's too good. Like, oh, it can end game. It ends games. It's so good. I mean, yeah, it's a -1, but I feel like you're dealing so much battle damage that it's easily worth the -1 that you're taking for this card. I mean, gosh. 3 Lunalight Perfume. So you can this card. It's Monster Reborn essentially. You can target a Lunalight monster to your grave and plus summon it. It lets you bring back things. Essentially you bring back Blue Cat. That's mainly what you use it for. And not only that, you can banish it from your grave, discard a card, and then add any Lunalight from your deck to your hand. So you search out whatever the heck you need. 3 Tenki, because all these are Beast Warriors. So it searches out everything except for Wolf, but it searches out everything, so it's too good. I mean, the extra attack bonus, it's pretty nice. I mean, you know, it's pretty nice. And then 2 Reincarnation Dance. When your Lunalight, if a monster, just any monster you control, destroy a battle or card effect, you have 2 Lunalight monsters from your deck to your hand. You can activate once per turn, but I mean, essentially you complete your Pendulum Scale like Serena did in the anime, or you just get whatever the heck you need. It's pretty useful. But yeah, this is the deck. You know, it's no summon strikes from that, mainly because the deck's really more OTK focused. You kind of want to just kill your opponent as quickly as possible and just deal massive battle damage to them all. But yeah, that's the deck. Feel free to leave any comments or any comments, ideas, opinions down below in the comment section. Also, be sure to subscribe to me on Twitch. My Twitch is linked in the description. Be sure to subscribe, follow me, whatever. Subscribe to me on Twitch. Not subscribe, yeah, follow. Subscribe means something else on Twitch. Just because I stream usually at least twice or so a week. I stream various things, either Pokemon Crystal Kaizo or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or even sometimes Vanguard. It varies what I feel like playing, but I mean, if anyone like there has a request for a certain like one of those or something like that, I'll play it. I'll do it. But yeah, this has been Natsu /QBF Team Fairy Tail signing out.